gonna be free.
Good morning. Get the vibe going in here on a Friday. It is absolutely gorgeous outside. And I only say that when it's truly absolutely gorgeous. Good morning to you guys. I am Trooper Steve, your News 6 WKMG traffic safety expert amongst many other hats that I wear here. But we are live inside of Results One, and we're talking about stop traffic, trying to get into turn lanes and stuff like that. And that's what we're going to discuss briefly today. It's super simple answers, but give it to you with a little Trooper Steve touch. But it is Friday, man. Bridget Ellis and I thought yesterday was Friday, so we practiced our Friday vibe yesterday, and then of course we were able to come in today and then have a full knockout of the Friday because we practiced yesterday. So it is Memorial Day holiday weekend, with Memorial Day falling on Monday. Obviously, just a quick reminder, as a veteran myself, let's just remember Memorial Day is a weekend of remembrance and a weekend to memorialize the U.S. service members who have lost their lives while defending our freedoms or while serving in the United States Armed Forces. It is not a weekend of celebration. That is what Veterans Day is for in November. But it is a weekend for us to just take a step back and enjoy the things we have, but to remember why we have them. I'm not saying to sit around your backyard and hold a memorial service, but what I am saying is, oh, deputy's got him. What I am saying is if you're out and about this weekend, simply remember why you're out and about. If you're having a barbecue, or if you're out there in the backyard, raise a glass to those men and women who have given their lives to really, so that we could have what we have. Even for you folks that complain all the time, if it wasn't for them, the outcome of your complaint would be completely different. In other countries, we don't have these luxuries. So, yes, I'm headed to a memorial service at the Seminole County Sheriff's Office at 9 a.m. So right after the stream, if you're out and about, come by, say hi. But let's switch gears. Ready? Beak. We are switching to our traffic talk for today. And this talk today is more about, hold on, I got to give praise to this gentleman right here, wearing a reflective vest, on his bicycle, pushed the light, waited. Great job, sir. I appreciate you. So we're talking today about stopped traffic when you are trying to change your direction. Now, I'm going to speak about this in multiple levels to try to expand the topic, because I could answer this in 3 seconds and call it a day. But I've got about 15 minutes with y'all, at least another 10 minutes or so. You're driving, right? You're traveling. While my light's about to turn green, you're traveling, and I'll find a road to use an example with this. But my answer is going to be really hard common sense here. You're driving, and say we want to make, let's say, a right at the next traffic light. Okay, we want to make a right at the next traffic light. So if I was trying to make a right into this next traffic light right here, and say traffic was so backed up in the turning lane that I had to stop right here, but I want to make the right. Steve, I want to make the right. What do I do? Well, if the traffic was backed here, then guess what? You just wait. Is that correct, or is that not correct? It is correct, guys. And that's why it was hard for me to really jump into this one. So I already had told our producer, look, this is going to be quick and simple. But if you are, let's think about this. You're driving, and say a car just stops in front of you. Okay, just stops in front of you. What do? You stop, right? You're not going to plow through that car. You're not going to drive up on the shoulder or anything like that. So if a similar situation, let's forget about the portion of this that you're trying to get in the right travel lane, the right turning lane. You're in the right travel lane. You're going. And all of a sudden, cars are stopped. But you have yet to get to where you want to go. Okay. So therefore, you're just gonna wait at that point. I'm trying to figure out how to say this so it doesn't sound that I'm just trying to be a smart aleck. But you would just wait. Why would you push out into other traffic? Why would you get so frustrated when you technically, my seat warmer is hot and I'm sitting here sweating? Why would you get frustrated over something, if you think about this, something that you encounter every day, multiple times a day? And what I'm talking about is traffic in front of us right now. The car in front of me, this Jeep has stopped. So I'm stopped. If I wanted to get into the turning lane to the right, that's over here, and if there was a positive median barrier to my right and I couldn't, and say this green Jeep wanted to get into that turning lane as well, and there was traffic in said turning lane, ladies and gentlemen, we would just sit here and wait. I would put my turning signal on so the traffic behind me knew what I wanted to do, but there is no other option. There is no alternative to this. It's simply stopped traffic that is now obstructing your way, but not illegally, not in a manner that requires you to do something else to fix that. Traffic is traffic, right? So sometimes the equation equals that you need to be stopped for a little bit. The equation equals that traffic is just momentarily paused right there. That's okay. Sometimes I feel like we are in this zone in our head that if traffic is not flowing at the speed limit, or if there is a line of cars, that it's suddenly a problem. When that's not the case. That is just the world we live in. Life is not all rainbows and unicorns. It's life. Life is up and down. Traffic has its ups and downs. Now, obviously, there are areas of concern, and then we revisit it and we fix the infrastructure of the roadway, but traffic is traffic. So, like I said, if you're joining us this morning, we're talking about sudden stops in traffic that prevent you from getting in a turning lane. But if that turning lane is filled with traffic and you're trying to get into it and you're in a main line, when I say main line, I wish we had a tab of Trooper Steve definitions. I'm going to speak with Donovan. Maybe we can find something like that. Main line means you're through travel lanes. I am in the right travel lane of the main line. Does that make sense? So the main line would be just through travel lanes. And if I had to become stopped in this through lane because I was trying to say maybe get into one of these turning lanes that are on the side of the road here, then that's okay. I would stop here, keep a safe distance between me and the vehicle in front of me, and then of course activate my turning signal to be courteous to inform the driver behind me that, hey, I know the traffic stopped, I know you're behind me, but I want to let you know that I'm going to get in this turning lane too. So if the left lane clears, you may want to go around me. And this is the proactive driving that we should be doing on a constant basis. It's being aware not only of ourselves, but other drivers. And that's the big disconnect that occurs with all of us. It's, well, I thought they were doing this, or they didn't do this. It's everyone doing what they're supposed to be doing. And with that said, we've got a lot going on this next couple of days going into the Memorial Day holiday weekend. We are Orlando. We are Central Florida. So I don't care if you live in Claremont. I don't care if you live in Melbourne, Kissimmee, all these other places. We're going to see an influx of people on the roads this weekend. Our beaches are going to be very busy. Our attractions. When I say attractions, it could be anything. I Drive, Dr. Phillips, Restaurant Row, Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, Fun Spot, things like that. Gonna boom up. We're looking at a 3-day weekend for some of y'all. I'll be at work on Monday. But that heat seater messed me up. It is hot. But we need to be very aware. We've been fairly decent. I say decent. We haven't had a fatal every day in a row. But if you're a local, you just need to be understanding of that. Do what I do and stay home. Just stay home if you don't want to be out in the mess. So listen, we talked about turning signals today, turning travel lanes, turning lanes, anything turning with an obstruction in it. And the answer is simple. Wait your turn. If the traffic is stopped to an area or a road that you are trying to get to, at least indicate your intention, but you shouldn't be doing anything else other than that. You have no right to bypass all the traffic. You have no right to go around them and squeeze your way in. You have the right to remain silent, keep yourself in that travel lane, activate your turning signal, and wait your turn. I promise you at some point that will move out. You know who really probably hasn't a lot of knowledge of this? Parents that do drop-off. Whenever you're pulling into a school, those turning lanes always back up and push out to the main line. What do? They wait until a space opens in the turning lane and then they slide in. That's exactly what you should be doing. I need to find a mom or a dad to teach this today because they would have killed it. So guys, like I said, super simple today, easy. If you don't have anything going on, 9 a.m., I'm going to be over at the Seminole County Sheriff's Office, 101 Esslinger Way, here in the Sanford area for their Memorial Day service today, honoring our men and women who have sacrificed their lives while serving in the United States Armed Forces. Please have an amazing and safe weekend. Be safe. I'm cutting today a little short just because it was nice and simple, but I wanted to also drive home that every crash is avoidable. Every single one of them, unless a meteor hits your car and strikes you. Someone messed up outside of that for a crash to happen. And I hate seeing it. Fire rescue running southbound here, 1792, coming up on us here in just a moment. Got the wigwags on. Oh, that's Lake Mary. They must be headed to the hospital because they're out of the area. So you guys have an amazing weekend. Please be safe. I want to see you Monday morning. I want to see you safe. I want to see you happy. I want to see you talking about how great of a weekend you have. Meteorologist Candace Campos gave us a great forecast for the weekend. Please stay hydrated. I always have my drink with me here between water and my Coke Zero. But stay hydrated. Stay happy, stay healthy, be kind, wear your seatbelt. Guys, I'll catch you Monday. See ya.